Rush we said.
All right, fellas, here we are.
Here we are.
What episode is this?
22?
22, technically 21. Well, technically 22. We just didn't release 13. It exists.
It's out there.
Yeah, it's out there.
It's in the metaverse.
No,
It's
that's not. That's another episode.
Yeah, that was 17 or something.
But we did want to talk about technology tonight, right?
Our greatest foe.
Huh?
Our greatest foe.
Our greatest foe. Because why? We're all fucking addicted to it.
Sucking at the tit.
Yep.
Whoa. Taking a little.
My technology doesn't have any
This
tips yet, but
What are we, 3 minutes
You guys
in?
still have it? Big Titty 3000?
doesn't that exist in Japan?
I'm sure, but you have to pay for it.
I mean, yeah. Do you not?
I've never. No.
You know what? They used to have just an upfront cost. Now there's a subscription fee
Oh yeah,
That's true.
per titty.
per titty.
Oh man, we're going strong.
Let's just start over.
Yeah. No, but all seriousness though, we're talking about technology addiction because like I was talking about this with, of all people, our nanny the other day, and I don't remember exactly how it got into the conversation, but I was just like, a lot of people don't even realize like how addicted you are to technology. Like I feel like the phone is an obvious one,
Yeah.
but I think we started talking about social media and social media being addictive, which I feel like is pretty obvious to a lot of people now.
Yeah.
But the thing you don't think about is you could delete, those social media apps off your phone, whatever, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you have, and you're going to find yourself still picking up your phone.
Yeah.
Just trying to do something to kind of get your brain off of real life, I mean, it's not even just the social media anymore. It's just technology.
Yeah. I get a 10-minute break in the morning, and I usually go for a walk, and I'll usually try to find some YouTube video to like listen to as I walk. I'll just have it on in my headphones. Something about aliens or something fun.
As you do.
Freemasons, whatever. Get my my knowledge in. And today there was like nothing I wanted to watch. I was like, fuck. I got a little like jittery. It's like, can I walk without sounds?
I've had that same experience recently. And I think that's when I really started to like notice. So I'm like, dude, like I just can't be somewhere without some form of entertainment or tech, right? And I mean, I used to I walk my dogs every morning. I walk them one at a time because they don't behave together. But like I'll be out there and I would just kind of do my own thing. But then I started listening to more podcasts. I started listening to YouTube videos. I started doing whatever because I'm like, okay, I feel like this is time where I need to fill my brain with information.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like I've made this weird excuse to like use it by being like, I feel like I'm wasting my time by not educating myself every second of the day,
When you proposed this topic, I was thinking about the various addictions. I think one of the most pernicious addictions, and maybe the most American one, is the addiction to productivity.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't think people think of it that way, but like I like willfully got addicted to productivity when I was 19, and I didn't realize what a terrible decision that was.
It's terrible?
It's terrible when it becomes an addiction, right? Like obviously being productive is, in my opinion, important because that's how you contribute to society, but also how you just like progress in life, in one way at least. But when it becomes something that is giving you anxiety because you're not like performing to some arbitrary amount or number or whatever, I feel like that's when it becomes an issue. Because I'll actually get, I would say low-lying anxiety, but sometimes I get like legit fucking anxiety when I feel like I'm not being productive enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, do you ever get the anxiety on the other side where you're just working too much and you're like,
well, it's funny because I like started getting anxious like yesterday, and I didn't have this like grace period or this rest period between work and then going in to take care of the kids, hang out with the kids. And we just went straight to dinner, which was nice because we didn't have to like prep dinner or whatever. But I was trying to make light of it because I was like, man, I'm just like super anxious right now. My wife's like, well, why? And I was like, work. She's like, oh, okay. Well, what about work? I was like, everything. Like, I'm anxious if I have too much work. I'm anxious if I don't have enough work. You know, there's like this very fine in between where I don't feel anxiety. You really think that's just an American thing though?
I think it's distinctly American, but I'm sure other people experience it. Like there was a woman I found online who I may have talked about it in a previous episode, but she like lives with her family in a van, and she has like 3 kids. And she's Australian, but she used to work in like a high powered office job in Sydney. She's like, this is terrible. Like, I'm going to lose my mind here. And she just like bounced with her husband and they moved into the wilderness.
See, it's a weird thing because we can't all just go move off into the wilderness. So
can't we?
I mean, it feels like that's such a like extreme anchor to take it to, right? Like
right.
I was just talking to my wife the other day because we're having the same exact situation, right? She's in real estate. She was recently stressing out when she didn't have anything going on. You know, even though it was only about a week, she's like, oh, I don't have any transactions. And she was feeling down on herself that she wasn't doing enough. And now she's so busy that I barely get to talk to her in a day because she's just constantly like, she's got 3 or 4 transactions going on. And so I mentioned to her like 2 days ago, I was like, you know, so the next time you have nothing going on, can we just appreciate the fact that you have a break?
Yeah.
You know?
No. Yeah. And that's where the issue is. It's like, we don't have that time to appreciate our achievements, the things that we've done, the things that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We're just constantly worried about like getting to the next thing.
So I feel like what I want to know is how long could she go without having something going on before it became like a financial issue for your family? Because like, I think what part of the problem is like so many of us are in situation, like I have a day job, so I work a set number of hours, but your wife, Erin, like you're in a spot where if you like take your foot off the gas for like a minute, then you immediately notice like a dip in your numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a bad balance. Like you should be able to, like, especially if you are in like a feast and famine type of industry, like real estate, I assume must be.
Yeah, I mean, to answer your question, it's not really. Right, we don't rely on her income to support the family, right? My income is enough to easily pay our mortgage, pay our utilities, pay for groceries. What we've kind of designated her income for is, you know, we eventually want to get a different house, right? And so it's like we're saving for that, and like we use it for vacations, and like we get to go do some nice trips and stuff. So, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily about the money for her. I mean, although we do have like long-term plans that rely on her, you know, performing. I think it's just to your point before. I think she might be a little bit addicted to productivity. Doesn't have a lot of outside hobbies outside of work, right? I mean, it's.
Do you think it's that, or she also wants to put herself into a position where she could be like, well, I'm the one who can support the family. I can pay the bills. I can pay, you know, everything. And then Daniel could stop working. Like, do you think she just wants to get to that point where she at least knows she can achieve that?
That's a good question. I mean, we've talked about it before. I've never really gotten a strong sense that she wants to be like the big provider. I know she's probably got a lot of, let's just call it, you know, parental influences, right? Like her dad was very money conscious. And so I think that's embedded in her a bit, and she wants to make him proud by making money. And we've always been very, very, I guess, as best we could equality wise with money, right? Like we have a joint account that, you know, all the bill money goes for it. So all of our pay, both of our pay goes into the bill account. And then we, based on our budget, you know, we each get a weekly stipend outside of that bill account equally. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's my money and you can have like a little bit here. It's like, no, this is our money. And then we split it off outside of that. So
I wonder how much of the productivity thing also, like if she's in real estate, I mean, this doesn't just apply to her. I'm talking about a lot of people in today's day and age where a lot of that relies on social media, right? Like I see she has a lot of posts on Instagram or whatever, trying to promote, you know, a house or whatever that she's trying to sell, or she's just showing something, whatever. And the same thing goes for like my work or whatever. Obviously, being a musician, trying to like put your work out there, getting more work. By doing that, I wonder if you're like online posting your stuff, but then you're seeing other people doing stuff, and then that's making you kind of want to like continue in the rat race, being like, oh well, fuck, Joe and Bob are doing this or whatever. Like I need to amp my end up and try and do whatever it is that they're doing, and then you get stuck in this addiction of just like it has nothing to do with Joe and Bob now. You're just fucking trying to race yourself.
Sure.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you, and I think there is some of that. I mean, I think it's inescapable, right? There's some part of all of us that when we see somebody else, we kind of have that jealousy, right? And she's got to walk people around houses that are nicer than ours. And then again, she also gets to walk around houses that are a lot worse than ours. So sometimes, there's the pros and cons to that. But sorry, where are we going at?
No, we're just talking about that spider that's on the wall that I put outside before we started this episode.
There he is.
I put a spider. There was a spider crawling around by my seat before we started. I grabbed him. I'm like, all right, bud, you're getting out of here. And then he somehow got back in. He's going to get Daniel by the end of this.
Spider-Man by the end of this episode.
Oh, maybe. You won't even need a costume for Halloween. Look at you.
Probably not the same spider. There's probably like 20 spiders.
Yeah. I don't know. He looks pretty familiar.
Yeah.
You better stay over there.
He's a good listener. We established that earlier.
So I wonder if addiction is inherently, now that we're talking about spiders, I wonder if it's inherently a human thing.
It's definitely not. Because
I guess we talked about the rat thing at some point, right?
Yeah, the cocaine rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting because that was a study for people who don't know. There was like I don't know when or where it was, but there was a study, like a university study done somewhere where they gave rats like cocaine water, and
I guess that wasn't on addiction though. That was on like loneliness.
Yeah, it was like was it when the rats were by themselves or?
That's what, yeah. So I think it was on loneliness and addiction, right? I think they were trying to prove that addiction stems from loneliness.
I thought it was just boredom, right?
Yeah, like maybe they took everything out of their cages, or
it's like,
well, they put them in this rat park where it was like this exciting place to be with a bunch of friends, and then they stopped drinking the Coke water, and they just drank regular water.
Wheels to run on.
So like by choice, they stopped drinking the cocaine water and just like. They're like, okay, we're cool, we're happy. But I don't know if that same thing applies to humans, right? Like there's plenty of humans that have friends and things to do and whatever. And we just have this made up, it's like we keep wanting more and more and more and nothing's good enough. So even somebody who becomes addicted, if you put them in a situation where they have friends and shit to do, it's still hard to kick that addiction.
I think status has something to do with it. Like perceived status. I think humans are very status oriented creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's humanity or American culture there?
I think that's definitely humanity. I feel like that goes back basically all the way. I mean, look at the hats people used to wear. Those ridiculous hats. Just look at them. Big and floofy.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back and you talk about like old school, like British days or whatever too, and everybody in their crazy gowns and whatever. But
look at Captain Hook. He's got the feather.
I mean, you got to make up for the fact that he's missing a hand, right? The feather distracts from the hand.
But if you think about people in like villages and stuff, right? Where, maybe you live in a third world country or something like that. How are the statuses playing out? Are they just kind of like designated?
I think,
I think,
I mean, depending on what like level of society you're talking about, I think every society has status. Like if you're talking about like hunter gatherers, it'll be like the best hunter will have like he'll be like revered by all the other men. People who understand medicine will be respected. Like trying to think what else, like sports probably.
But I wonder if that is like a here in America, right? It's like, well, we've been given this. I don't want to say illusion because it's an illusion, but it's also not an illusion. You could be anything, right? To where in other situations, it's kind of more of like, well, that's what my dad's dad did. And I'm going to keep doing that, right? Like my dad was the village doctor. So I learned from my dad and he learned from his dad and that just continues on.
Yeah.
To where now it's like, well, my dad was X, Y, and Z and I don't want to be what my dad was. So I'm going to go and start something completely different. You know?
Well, also, I mean, you like America is like a very immigrant heavy country, right?
Mhm.
And so I think a lot of like I would venture to say, although I can't back this up with data, that like first generation immigrants, like the kids born here, tend to be pushed harder by their parents than like
Right.
native born or not native born, but like, you know,
Third, fourth
families.
generations.
Yeah. Because the parents are like, hey, fuckhead, you know, we worked so hard to get here. You better take advantage of it because we're going to be like, you know, we're going to be poor unless you do.
I don't want to go super political on this one.
Yeah.
Because we tend to do that. But I have somebody who works in like law enforcement and he is Hispanic.
Uh-huh.
And he mentioned kind of like the opposite, like with the whole ICE situation,
Uh-huh.
like his argument, like for, you know, detaining illegal immigrants or whatever,
Sure.
was that he basically was saying, well, you know, these people come over illegally and like they're fine.
Yeah.
But then their kids come and then they end up, you know, causing a bunch of trouble
Really?
or whatever. And then, yeah, I mean, in the particular area where he works, there is a lot of crime. So, and again, he is Hispanic.
Yeah.
So I actually wanted to have him on the podcast. So I don't know, maybe that depends, right? Like if they came and they came legally and they worked hard to get here legally, and then they're like, hey, you know, don't fuck this up for us. To whereas like if they came illegally, they don't get a lot of the benefits of being here legally. They're kind of like semi hiding out, and then their kids don't get pushed to be.
Well, for sure. I was talking about immigrants who do not have to participate in like the shadow economy, right? I'm talking about people who are like on the documents,
Right.
Who have the possibility of becoming doctors and lawyers. Their parents will perhaps push them at a higher rate to become doctors and lawyers. But yeah, if you are sneaking across the border and you know that if you make too much noise, or you know, you probably can't have a bank account, right? You are, and you wonder why these people commit crimes. Well, if you can't get ahead in a legitimate fashion, then you're not gonna play by the rules. Like that is human nature for sure.
Yeah.
Right. And if this is rat nature too, right? Like you put these rats in like a stressful situation where they're unhappy and they behave poorly, right? I mean, the cocaine, right, is a sign of like mental distress, emotional distress. I think the crime is the same thing. These are crimes of like desperation. Right?
Yeah. I mean, do you think it's desperate? Like, but if a child, again, I don't want to go too deep into this, but like if somebody was born here,
Yeah.
they're not, well, the way the law is currently laid out, they're not technically illegal immigrants, right? So like if their parents came here, they were illegal, then the child is born here, they're technically not illegal immigrants. So they could get benefits.
Right.
And so it's not what you're talking about then, because they're technically an American citizen.
Well, true. But life is very hard. And so here's my experience, right? I have only ever gotten jobs through like job hunting sites, LinkedIn, LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, whatever. I've never gotten a job from like someone I know.
See, I'm the opposite. I've never gotten jobs from the sites.
Right.
Yeah.
And you are more successful than me, I would say. I think a huge portion of opportunity, unless you have a very like in-demand skill, a huge portion of opportunity for like average people comes from connections.
Mm-hmm.
And probably not even average people, for everybody, rich people too, which is why rich people favor connections over education in my mind, right? The whole private school thing. If you are the child of illegal immigrants, you might be a legal citizen, but everybody you know is either going to be other illegal immigrants or the children of illegal immigrants. So you're all basically starting from zero. And
not
with
necessarily if you're going to school. I mean, I never went to a private school. And I believe that connections are way more valuable than school or whatever, but like our education.
Right. But so did I. And I just never, like, I never made, like, I was not the type of person who was like super friendly with lots of people. So I had my like small group of friends. we eventually went our separate ways, not by choice, but just, that's how life happens. And I was never in a position where somebody I knew could say to me like, hey, let me help you out. Let me get you this entry level position. I feel like probably a lot of those people are in the same spot.
Well, this ties back into the technology thing, right? Like maybe a lot of people feel the way that you do.
Yeah.
And they're using these like social media platforms, whether it's TikTok or Facebook or even LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Right.
The worst.
I don't know. Some people love it, dude. Maybe they're using that as a way to like feel connected, even though it's like a partial kind of hollow, not real connection, but that's the closest they can get to having a real connection. And to like, I mean, honestly, that's actually how I've gotten a lot of my work is unfortunately. And that's why I would drop all my social media if I didn't get work through it.
Yeah.
Would
you? Could you?
Yes, I would force myself to. But this is also going back to being like, I don't think it's just social media. I think it's technology in general that's addictive.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's also, we get addicted to a bunch of other things. Like, again, I was talking to my nanny and she's like, oh, what are you addicted to? And I was like, well, I mean, I guess coffee.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I never used to drink coffee. And then now all of a sudden I can't go a day without having coffee. Like, it's like, feels weird.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard that, right? You get like caffeine withdrawals.
But isn't coffee technically a drug? The caffeine?
Yeah, sure.
Caffeine is it's a molecule that reacts chemically with our biochemistry.
Right. Like it's actually affecting your body. To whereas technology isn't, you're not putting it in your body, but it's
still I mean, it releases dopamine.
We promised
right?
Daniel we wouldn't get into that one.
Wait, get into which one? Oh.
He's over here trying to be serious.
Yeah. Anyway, do you know caffeine has evolved separately like a dozen different times?
Really?
What do you mean?
Yeah. So full disclosure, I'm currently on a caffeine detox.
Oh, look at this guy. See, because he's addicted to it. That's
I'm
why.
addicted.
Yeah.
And I realized I was thinking about it in the context of this conversation. I've probably been addicted to caffeine since I was like 7.
Whoa, that's pretty wild.
Oh yeah, because sodas, right?
Soda. I drank so much soda as a kid.
I did too, and now I drink like no soda.
But you drink a lot of coffee.
I don't drink a lot. I drink 2 cups of coffee a day.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah.
I was listening. Oh, it was Hank Green. Is he the sciencey guy?
Yeah.
He was talking about caffeine. He's not someone I normally listen to, but he's been popping up. So sometimes I give him a squeeze. And he was talking about caffeine, and he said it's right. Like think about the various forms of caffeine. You've got coffee, right? You've got tea, green tea, black tea, same plant. You've got yerba mate, which is South American.
Matcha, which is a form of green
matcha
tea,
is green tea.
Yeah.
Matcha is just like really fresh green tea. And apparently the reason is like caffeine is a insecticide. It like overstimulates the insect's nervous system and they die.
No shit.
And it does the same thing to us. We're just bigger, so we get high on it.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's not just that; it's also an herbicide. So if like a bunch of different plants evolved the caffeine molecule separately, they all benefited from it because it kills the insects that eat them, and the evolution of producing caffeine also bestows an immunity to caffeine. But if other plants around this plant are not caffeine producing, it'll be toxic to them, and so they'll outperform the surrounding plants.
Huh.
How the fuck does that work? Like they're just based on the root system? Like if the roots try to like commingle or
think about where it comes from. And coffee comes from beans, so they probably fall on the ground. It leaches into the earth, and then
I mean because it's like increasing the acidity in the soil, and right because like there's certain plants that like I water some of my plants with coffee water because they like the acidity.
Now we know why they're brown.
Well, no, the blueberry plants, the azaleas, whatever, right? Like, and then there's certain ones, I think like rosemary and whatever, where they're like, nah, fuck that. I don't need that coffee. Yeah.
No, don't they recommend like coffee grounds?
Yeah, I mean, they have to be, it's like manure, right? Like you have to kind of let it relax for a while so it's not like so intense on the plant.
Just imagine this manure relaxing.
Chilling, having a beer by the beach.
Little TLC.
No, but you have to let it kind of sit for a while.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. But with the coffee water, I'll just leave like a little bit of leftover coffee in like a jug, and then I'll fill it with water so it's super diluted, and then I'll just kind of pour that in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I briefly went off caffeine when I was like 21. No, like 23. Because I was having a lot of pain. I was trying everything to pinpoint the source. And so I cold turkeyed coffee for like a few months.
And it was just your brain.
It was just my brain. We've already talked about this.
Yeah.
And then there's me on the other side where I haven't had caffeine since I was in like high school. I mean, I've probably had it a handful of times, right? Like
someone roofied you with coffee?
No, I definitely have had a 5-hour energy here and there, or like
out of all the caffeines, that's what you're drinking?
I don't know, man.
It's the least delicious.
Yeah.
Not a smart move.
Do you not like the taste of coffee?
Yeah, I never really grew to appreciate coffee, and then I got off soda when I was a kid. Like I gave it up for Lent one time, and I started feeling real good. I was like, oh. I had a Coca-Cola. I was like, I felt like crap.
They say the church doesn't save lives.
Yeah. Soda's crazy though, because it's just a shit ton of sugar and caffeine. So you're just bombing your body with the soda.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was a kid, I would drink like 6 fucking sodas a day or something.
Same.
You know, I mean, it was just like your parents would take you to McDonald's, and my stepmom at the time, she would literally never drink water. It was only Pepsi or Coke, one of them. I can't remember.
I think that's all of our parents' generation. Like, water. Are you kidding me?
That's wild. I know. And it's funny because it's like my kids only drink water. So the few times somebody has tried to give them a soda, they're like, oh, they get all kind of excited because they don't know what it is. And they take a sip and they're like, oh, what? It's spicy. Like, what is this?
Yeah. Dentists hate our generation.
They hate our generation?
Yeah. Dude, my mom's teeth are falling apart. Like,
really?
My mom is like 73 and her teeth are falling apart because she drinks soda all the time.
Well, dude, my sister, we would always have soda and stuff like that. One of my sisters. And when we were little kids, I'd be like, stop drinking all that soda. And like, she would never brush her teeth when we were younger. I was like, brush your teeth. And she's younger than me.
You're such a good mom.
Yeah. And she's in her early 30s maybe or whatever. And she has like all veneers. Yeah.
Wow.
She must have a nice looking smile, man.
She does have a nice looking smile. Yeah. Better than mine.
That's cheating.
But I think she got those like early, like in her 20s.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that's comfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Yeah. It's crazy though. I called it.
I feel like actually my uncle and there's something in my family, I think, but my uncle and my grandpa both had dentures when they were like in their 30s. Oh,
I do not want dentures. Yeah.
I remember my neighbor did a science experiment. I think we were in high school. And like she took chicken bones and put them in different like liquids, water and vinegar. And one of them was Diet Coke. After I think it was like a couple weeks or a month, that chicken bone was like a rubber, dude. Yeah. It was so nasty.
Uh-huh.
So if you ever have a body.
No, have a rubber body.
Folded up real nice.
Yeah.
But one of the things I was thinking about was the first addiction. And if we're honest, it's probably milk. But that doesn't count because that's biological.
Right. And also as a kid, like you can't drink too much milk. Like as an infant.
My first addiction, I was thinking about my first addiction and it was 100% TV. So I went to daycare as a kid. I would come home. We walk in the door. Boom, TV's on. Yeah. And it would be on until I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Weekends, wake up, TV's on all day. Saturday afternoon is the worst time for TV.
Well, yeah, because TGIF. Oh, that's Friday.
Saturday morning cartoons were pretty good. WB.
Remember when I said I always like, in the middle of when I'm saying shit, I'll be like, wait, that's not the right thing. And then I just keep going.
We all do it.
The end of the good part of Saturday,
what was Saturday?
Was Soul Train.
Soul Train.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Soul Train.
Nor did I.
What was the Saturday stuff? I don't even remember that.
I mean, depends on what channel you're on.
I remember coming home from school and I would rush home and I'd be all excited, like, because, it was wild. Because now that you say that,
You're
I was
slightly older than me.
You're trying to guess? Yeah, okay.
Pokemon.
I did watch Pokemon. That was a little bit later though.
I mean, I remember what I watched on after school, which was like Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
Ed, Ed, Nettie.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, that was a little older too though.
yeah.
I'm thinking like early on. And I like, what was it, like second grade or something like that? I don't know. I'm trying to think of when I started riding my bike to school. It was pretty young. I think I was like second grade. And I would come home, ride my little bike, throw it in just like the Sandlot, throw it on the ground and then run in the house. And I would run into my room, like turn the lights off, close the doors, and it would be like Aladdin. I remember there was like the TV show Aladdin, like not the movie, but they like had a show. And it was like, or whatever was on, they had like, Are You Afraid of the Dark sometimes, like, and that was on earlier. And my grandma would buy me like for Christmas, these big, the big tin buckets of popcorn with the 3 flavors.
Yeah.
It was like the caramel, the regular, and like the cheese.
Yeah.
And that was like my favorite thing is like TV, my fucking tin of popcorn, and to just like lay there. And I'm kind of like, it feels good talking about it now, but like, how fucking sad is that?
What friends?
Yeah. No, I mean, one positive thing about our generation is I feel like we started to learn technology early enough to where like we're capable of using it well, but then we also got to hang out with friends, right? Like I remember running around with walkie-talkies and knocking on the door and being like, "Yo, can Jimmy play?" And shit like
everybody
that.
had a friend named Jimmy.
I know.
Not street parties, but like I remember living on a cul-de-sac, right? There'd be nights where like every kid on the cul-de-sac was out playing a big game of like capture
tag
the flag
or capture
something,
the flag or wrestling each other, and then the cops show up because they think, we had that happen one time. Somebody called the cops on us. We lived in a janky neighborhood.
Somebody smashed the table.
Yeah. They're like, somebody said that there was a bunch of teenagers like trying to kill each other or something out here. And we're like 12 or younger. We were probably younger than that. And the cops are just like laughing. He's like, "No, you guys are fine."
There was a lady who called the cops on us for like going on her lawn.
Get off my lawn!
She was exactly that lady. Like, I think her house was like across the street from my best friend's house, and a ball naturally goes on her lawn. We run to get it, and she's like, bursts out of the house like, "I see you, you little shits."
She had a hard life.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, so this is kind of a tangent, but it made me think of this. So our house was owned by one person before us.
Yeah.
It was built in the 50s.
Now he's a ghost.
Yeah. And our neighbor was telling us a story how this dude like used to hang the Confederate flag out front and whatever, and like had a bunch of guns and, whatever, did his thing. And my neighbor was having a party, and our lawn butts up like right against their driveway. Right.
Uh-huh.
And so they were having a party, and they had a bunch of friends there, and they had a black friend there.
Oh,
and
wow.
the black friend like had stepped a foot onto the lawn, and the guy came out with his gun and was like, "Get the fuck off my lawn," or whatever. And so our neighbor was like, "I'm really glad to have you here. It's really nice that you guys are living in that house."
Wow. Rest in peace, neighbor.
Yeah. He got really sick or something while he lived here. So he didn't die here, but he lived here, and the house was vacant for like 7 years before we bought it. Cause like the son just like kept it up, and they were trying to decide whether or not to sell it or whatever. And then we bought it.
Wow. Apparently, I don't know if this is true in America, but in Japan, if somebody dies in a house, like it'll like affect the property values like pretty extremely, and like they have to disclose it.
You have to disclose it here.
Yeah.
But I feel like nobody does.
We still have ghost laws.
I mean, it's funny. I do, like, again, wife being in real estate, I overhear her talking.
Yeah.
Like, she's selling a house right now that's by our house, and like every time she's talking, she's like, "Yeah, the previous owner died, not in the house." She's got to preface it, right? Like,
well, dude, I have a buddy that bought a house when I was in my early 20s, and we grew up, in a relatively small town. Like everybody knew each other, and we went to a party at his house, and I had been to my friend's house like several times, and I just didn't think anything of it. And then one time we went to like this Halloween party for some reason, and I was like looking around. I was like, why does this house look like super familiar? What the fuck? And I had remembered that my friend's parents owned the house before when I was a kid. So like we used to go to parties there when I was a kid, and it was the same house.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck? Like my buddy owned this house like 20 plus years ago or whatever." His parents did. "Did you know the garage burned down?" And he was just like, No, it didn't." And I was like, "Yeah, the garage totally burned down." And he was just like, "No, that didn't say anything like in the paperwork." So they didn't disclose that the garage burned down, and it was 1000% the same house.
Wow.
Yeah. So They probably don't always disclose that somebody
They
died
got a
in the
fresh
house.
garage. What are you
I know.
complaining about?
But no, like, let's get back to the addiction thing. I know we were talking a lot about like technology, and you mentioned TV being your first addiction. My son's 6, right? And he's started first grade recently, and they start handing out iPads to the kids. And I'm like, why does my fucking 6-year-old need an iPad? Like, can the teacher not do their job without an iPad?
Right?
Right. And they're getting 30 minutes of like free time on their iPad, which means he just sits there and plays games for 30 minutes of school.
Sounds like school.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And he gets like so he gets like so intense about wanting to play his fucking iPad that like he's gonna have a heart attack if he like can't play it. And I won't even let him take it home from school anymore.
No,
like
nor should you.
Yeah, like you don't need that. Why do you need it? Do you have homework that you're supposed to do on it? No, we're not bringing it home.
Yeah, I mean, so we've been having the same issue with TV. Is like, and I was talking to somebody. Oh, I was talking to one of the other dads in the dad group, and he was saying like when he noticed his daughter's, I think 5, when she watches TV, like afterwards she's like a worse kid.
Yeah.
And like my kid's the same. Like
it's the overstimulation, right? Especially with TV, because it's like all the shows now are so. If you watch a show today compared to a show 20 years ago, I mean, it's night. I mean, look at Mr. Rogers,
Yeah.
compared to whatever is on now.
The amount of cuts per minute and stuff
and the
like
colors and the intensity of the music and,
So as good parents, do we need to get VHS machines? VCRs?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Or just not do TV really that often. I mean, I really try and limit it with my kids. And it's weird because I used to play a shit ton of video games. I mean, we've talked about it. I used to watch a shit ton of TV. And, I'm fine for the most part, other than anxiety issues.
Other than all my mental and emotional issues.
But I also think about, well, how much more intelligent would I be if I actually spent time learning more shit or like just experiencing the world more,
Just go out and climb shit.
I mean, yeah, I did that too, but definitely had my fair share of television and video games, especially as I got into my middle school and high school years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. What were you saying?
I just wanted to rewind to the iPad thing, right? Like my kids have had iPads since kindergarten, or at least first grade, maybe even kindergarten.
How broken are they?
The iPads or the kids?
The kids.
I mean, I've gone through the whole. I mean, I've listened to studies and stuff like that. Like while they're on that, it's a dopamine drip, and if you try to take it away without like warning, the kids are going to react poorly to that. They're going to have a little bit of a weird mood afterwards. But what I was thinking while you guys were talking about, growing up and learning, like I kind of wish I had an iPad because it took me forever to learn how to read. Right. Like I didn't really start being proficient in reading till like 2nd or 3rd grade. I mean, like just basics, right? Like you can look at my report cards when I was a kid. It was pretty bad. But like the applications that they have right now are so, I mean, there's the downside to it, right? Where it's like instant gratification, like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm getting an instant reward. I'm like getting this little cosmetic thing. But I mean, my son can read really quick. He can do reflex math very quickly. My daughter's doing multiplication tables that I was learning in high school,
But also, how do you read to your kids every night?
Yeah. I mean,
did your parents read to you?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't have very many memories, man. I was the 3rd kid, so and
they'd given up by then.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the best for Logan, right? Like Allison, first child out of the gate, like we were reading a lot, and then when Logan came around, like Sam and I were splitting up doing single duties, and then we kind of tapered off. But lately, as the kids have started to enjoy reading more, like, my daughter's reading Wimpy Kid and my son's on Dogman comics. Like
oh man, I literally just banned Dogman today.
Why?
Because it's a piece of shit.
It's words on a page, and
all they're talking about is diarrhea and farts.
It was written by 5-year-olds, man.
Oh well, there we go.
Those 5-year-olds are probably doing better than me.
My kids walking around getting other kids in trouble, like singing about diarrhea and farts, and like I hear other moms yelling at their kids because they're copying mine, and I didn't realize what was in that book. Because so my kid is the opposite, right? Like he's never had an iPad, very rarely gets video games, and gets TV like sparingly. And he's 6 years old. We just did like a parent teacher conference, and he's on the 96th or 97th percentile of reading. Like he's reading full on like legit chapter books, like well above his age and very quickly. And I'm trying to get him to read like he could probably read like middle school books, but I don't think he wants to because it's just like the subject matter is like more than he's actually interested in. But I think he can do it.
Yeah.
And then so we just kind of let him grab books, whatever he wants to read, because he can do it. And so he started getting into the Dogman thing, and we were just like, okay, whatever. We didn't really know what it was about. And then once he started doing that, I was like, where the fuck is he getting that from? And then we realized it was from Dogman. I was like, all right, no more. You're not learning. This is not like useful information. You're not in trouble. But like also this book is just like shit. So we can pick out something different. I'm going to take these away and whatever.
So Dogman is the new Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Ren and Stimpy by a long shot.
You guys are both right. Yeah, it's not as bad as Ren and Stimpy, but it's like, it's in this similar genre, you know, like it's not as like vulgar.
Humor, yeah.
Yeah. And it's weird because like I said, like I watched Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
I watched
and look
South
at
Park.
you now. Fucked.
Right. Yeah. Maybe, you know, but also I had a lot of other situations where like I was hanging out with very intelligent people who had parents that like limited their ability on those things. Right.
I was not allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy.
I wasn't either, but my mom didn't know what I was watching.
Oh.
And then eventually she was just like, what the fuck is this? You know?
I'm not sure if I was banned from watching Ren and Stimpy. I don't think I ever like wanted to watch Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those like shows that's like, that's visually gross.
It is visually gross. I was banned for like, and it didn't really hold, but South Park. Because my mom, I think like they said, I don't know if it was South Park or something else, but they started talking about gay people at the time. And my mom was like so offended. And like, it's funny because like looking at it now, I'm like, that is what was offensive to you, like out of everything.
Isn't
like the word gay?
The world of around gayness in America has like done an absolute 180 since like 2003.
Sure.
It depends on where you're at, right? Like who
That's
you're talking to.
This is California.
Yeah. I mean, yes, sure. In California it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad banned The Simpsons. Like we were never allowed to watch The Simpsons. But
my mom thought that was bad too. And then Simpsons turns out to be like one of the cleverest shows on TV. So
they're all
predicts the
clever
future
in their own way.
yeah, Rocko's Modern Life.
That was a cool show.
There's another one of the gross ones.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of grossness to it. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, my thing is this is like, I feel like, especially in this day and age, I feel like there's so much material out there where I'm like, why do they need to be listening to just like brainless, brain rot, whatever, when like he has these books that he's also interested in where he's like learning about evolution or learning about animals or like something that he can retain that's going to, you know, be useful to him.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I get that. And we'll get there one day. Right now, I'm just excited that he's excited to read.
I mean, sure. If they have no interest in reading and like that's the only thing they want to read and that's your gateway. Sure.
He's also a very shy individual, right? So it's not like he's going to be running around like
with the other kids.
Yeah, for the most part.
Screaming about diarrhea. I mean that's one of the common complaints. Like I'm in a lot of writing, education oriented, you know, online around those people. And a common argument that comes up like once every 3, 4, 5 months, whatever, is like, why don't kids read? And it's always, the answer is always that the books that they're forced to read are, you know, the classics.
Oh, the classic. Well, what even are the classics now? You know,
the classics are still the classics.
Which is what's classic? Because when I was a kid, if we're talking music, the classics was
we're
like
not talking about
the
Mozart.
Beatles. You know,
yeah.
Now the classics.
Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah. That's your classic.
I remember
like
having to read. I'm just trying to think. Oh yeah, Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
Fucking Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah. I never read that.
I read it.
I never read it.
Nowadays, like my daughter read The Wild Robot, which was a really, I mean, I didn't read the whole book. I read like the first quarter of it and then I watched the movie with her. But yeah, they're switching it up. I don't think they have to read all the crap that we had to read when we were kids.
Well, I think there are lots of teachers who realize that kids will read if they are given stuff that's actually interesting to them. And the thing is, the classics are good and they're well written, but they're from another time.
Yeah.
And reading like atemporal literature is hard, even if you're an adult.
Yeah. I mean, it's like even with TV, right? Like sit a kid down and let them watch the first Harry Potter, and they're like, "What the fuck is this? This is hella old."
Excuse me.
Excuse
That's
you,
what
man.
they do. My kids literally said that.
That's why I'm not allowing my kids to see modern TV until they've seen the good stuff.
Yeah, we start in Star Wars on the old episodes, baby.
There you go. That's what I did. Okay, so with addiction, if we're talking about reading, right? Well, my son is currently addicted to reading.
Beautiful.
So is addiction always bad?
I don't know if we really want to call addicted to reading. Like,
Well,
is he really
no,
addicted?
no.
Like, if you
He
pull the book
literally-
away from him, he's throwing tantrums.
Sometimes yes, and he literally will not like he has to have the book. It's kind of like us with our phones. He has to have it in front of him while he's eating. If he gets up, he doesn't take his eyes off of the book. He's like walking to the car. Like he'll literally just fucking walk in the middle of the street, not knowing he's walking in the middle of the street because he won't put his book down.
Dude, you should be happy. That was exactly my childhood.
Oh, great. I got a Jeremy.
Yeah.
sounds like Belle from Beauty and the Beast walking
Yeah.
through town.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's going to be seeing.
Yeah. So back to your question: is addiction always bad? In that case, in that specific case, I would say that it's not the worst addiction to have, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like he's leaning towards a particular interest. Like who cares?
But then where does that line happen, right? Like, so if we talk about work, right? So a lot of people would be like, well, if you're addicted to work, well, that's good because then you're progressing, you're producing, you're making money, whatever. But then what's that threshold? Does everything have a threshold?
yeah, I think
or-
everything's got the balance, right? There's a term for that. Fuck, not going to be able to think about it, but like there's a term for just the right balance in life.
the middle
Between
path.
the yin and yang.
The little line between the yin and the yang.
Yeah,
That
The
little
squiggly
the
line.
squiggly
Yeah.
line.
squiggly
It's
line,
called
yeah.
S.
Yeah.
It's the balance.
You're
when
talking about
pendulum's
the
going
middle
back
way,
and forth.
right?
No, I'm thinking there's a freaking.
We'll just call it the happy medium.
There you go.
So happy.
Very happy. So the reason I keep coming back to technology is because I feel like, I don't know, people might get me on this. I have experience with like family and friends with like drug addiction.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's a thing that I'm pretty familiar with. And I kind of slightly feel like the addiction to technology might be slightly more dangerous in ways, because drug addiction is like very obvious and it happens like like it has obvious signs that it's happening, right? Like, oh fuck, we need to put so and so in rehab and do whatever, and obviously that doesn't work very often. But like with technology, it's something that's kind of like a little more silent, and it's just like long, it's like a slow rollout,
Mhm.
and then you don't even realize that you're doing it, and it's kind of affecting a lot of people around you, to where, think of it like a parent, right? You're addicted to your phone and you're constantly staring at your phone when your kids are around and you're ignoring them, and you've just completely missed out on their childhood, and they realize it, right? They feel like they're worthless or they're not as good as your phone, but you don't, because you're there and you're just fucking doom scrolling or doing the infinite scroll or whatever. And so it's like doing a lot more damage than you think it is, and it's not as obvious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have your kids tried being more interesting?
I think they try really hard
Yeah,
to
I
be
think they
interesting.
try real
Yeah.
hard to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, right? I mean, I see that too with the kids, right? Like I try to be as present as I can. And there's definitely sometimes where I can feel my defensiveness when I'm being like, I'm in the middle of something, probably doom scrolling, right? And they take me away from that. And there's a defense, like, what do you need? Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah.
What's going
Yeah.
on?
And then there's the defensiveness, because it's almost like somebody's taking your fucking addiction away, right? Like they're calling you out on.
Oh, and I have that open with my kiddos. My daughter calls me out all the time, like, what are you doing?
Well, it's weird when it's like the husband and wives are doing it, right? Like I know if I say it to my wife, she gets like, hey, what are you reading over there? And she'll get all pissed off or whatever.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
if she says it to me, I'll do the same thing. And we've had conversations about that, like, hey, we need to be able to correct each other on that or whatever. But it's also, it's weird because it's not just like, I don't know, it's like you're smoking meth, you know you're smoking meth, right? you have the phone or the computer or whatever. It's like we have all the social medias that you talked about, but then there's also like games that you could play, right? Like or gambling on your phone or
Candy
or
Crush.
pornography on your phone or whatever the fuck it is.
So
right?
you can
like,
do what now?
That's actually another
They
thing.
have that now?
Yeah. Well, there. So, do you think porn should be illegal?
No.
Do you think it should be? I don't want to say not monitored. Should be like because there was a minute where they were talking about having to like you need to use your ID to be able to
No,
use
fuck
it.
that.
No, okay.
The government's gonna blackmail you.
Okay. So that's a weird situation too, right? Because back in the day before we had phones, it was like,
Dirty magazines in the forest.
Sit with your dirty magazines or whatever. And if it's our age, it's like the Victoria's Secret catalog.
It was Sears.
Sears. And
Nat
now,
Geo, baby. Nat Geo.
Yeah, HBO, whatever, like where it's all like distorted on the TV or whatever because you didn't actually get the channel. No, what was the one? Oh, American Pie. No, but like, but now it's like every fucking kid has a phone at like 10 years old.
Not my kid.
Okay, but a lot of kids have phones very early on.
I'm getting my kid a rotary phone. So you can find a place to plug that shit in.
Sure, that's what I have the same stance, but the majority of people currently give their kids phones at very early ages.
I will say my kid's probably gonna pitch a fit when she's like 9. I'm gonna be like, fuck.
Maybe.
How long can I deal with this?
Yeah.
Like, and I'll hold out for like 3 months. I'm like, okay, we gotta get her a phone.
Well, in girls, it's especially dangerous for social media. Guys, it's more dangerous because of like pornography and whatever.
And TikTok challenges.
And TikTok. Well, that for the girls or the guys?
The guys.
The guys do the stupid shit. The girls do the
sad shit.
Yeah, the sad shit. What are you thinking about over there?
No,
I see you. I see wiping.
I just
around.
want to make sure that his little bottom button wasn't in frame because it's showing his belly.
Oh,
that's a service.
Hey, I'm looking out for you, buddy. I'm looking out for you.
We're offering free porn to people.
You guys got to pay extra for that.
That's from the OnlyFans account,
right? But do you not think that's a weird thing, right? Like it's super accessible, so like little kids can go on and watch porn whenever they want, right? And they're adult fucking women and I guess men on there. How is that not a weird thing, right? And
So I will out my cousin who showed me porn for the first time. I was probably like 11 and he was like, so that made him like 14. And when I was at his house.
On the internet?
It was like, it had come from the internet.
Okay, so he had like LimeWire.
But he had acquired it.
Yeah.
Because this was like 2000.
Yeah.
So like if he was doing it live, it would have been, we would have been in there all day. But he had some stuff. He like led me up to his room. He's like, check this out. I'm like, whoa, what is this? I'm 11. So I'm like almost there.
Yeah.
But it was still like
it's there, but then you also know you're going to get in trouble for it.
It's not even trouble. I was not like interested yet.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. At 11, I was like, well, it's interesting. I'm not sure what to do with this information. Cool. And then, whatever. But then that information came in handy a few years later.
See, I feel like I had interest like relatively early on, but I didn't like realize what the interest was about. Like my brain didn't quite compute it.
Yeah.
Scrolls.
Yeah. But yeah, I actually, now that you mentioned that, there was some random neighbor kid that like brought some over to we were at somebody's house. I don't know if it was like my aunt or something like that. And we kind of lived in a janky neighborhood and we were out playing whatever. And it was like a girl like brought this like video over. It was like VHS or something like that. Right. And she was like, oh, hey, you guys want to see this video? And I didn't even like know what I was watching at the time. But I was probably around my fucking popcorn Aladdin days, like around the same time.
Yeah, I remember going to it. Like I mean, none of that stuff was like around my house at all. But I went with a friend to, I guess his cousin or his parents' cousin had a apartment in Newport, and we went to stay there to go to the beach. And in one of the bedrooms, there was just like a wicker basket full of Playboys.
See, yeah. Well, those people are not responsible with their.
That's the house I grew up in.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, in my parents' bathroom, my dad had magazines
Read material.
That explains
for
a
the
lot.
articles.
Keep them for the articles.
That explains a lot.
I remember it was not pornography, but I definitely got scarred as a child because I was like home by myself. I must have been like middle school. I was watching Stargate on HBO, like one of the original Stargates, and it was like, sci-fi stuff. And then as my mom is like coming home from work or something, and she opens the door, all of a sudden, out of the blue, there's the nude scene in this fucking
There's
in
a
this
new
show.
Stargate?
Yeah, there's like this freaking pharaoh queen thing that like had some type of alien in her stomach, and she like derobes to like transfer the alien into like the thing into another cast member.
Yeah.
And I was like, I swear to God, I didn't know. Like,
See now, okay, so that's traumatizing to you. And just imagine these kids seeing like actual people banging, but like in a way that's not like normal, maybe for whatever they're watching.
I can't imagine like my kids at their age, for especially their age now, but even like when they get into high school, like
so what does that, I guarantee kids are forming addictions on that at a very early age. And like, how is that affecting their brain growing up?
Sure.
How's that affecting their relationships? How is that affecting like the way that they feel about themselves?
So how can we be proactive about having that discussion and preparing them for that?
I think if you're, I want to say a good parent, but I hate using that term, right? Because everybody's a different parent. You're monitoring that, right? And trying to like, but again, like a lot of times it happens at a friend's house or a relative's house.
And they're doing everything they possibly can to make sure you don't find out about it.
Right.
So,
well, I think hopefully, again, I hate using the term, but I'm going to use it anyways because, my brain doesn't have a lot of vocabulary. But to be a good parent, hopefully you put your kid in a situation where they do feel comfortable telling you, right? Like if somebody...
I have a very good relationship with my mom. And as a kid, I was like absolutely pretty much willing to talk about anything, but not that. Like,
yeah, that's an uncomfortable conversation for sure. Yeah. I don't know what the answer is. But I was just curious of like what your guys' thoughts are of like, is it our responsibility as adults to like not make that available to like en masse to kids? Because that has been up for like vote before. And look this up for me. There's a state that is talking about making porn illegal for everybody.
Is it Utah?
I know, and the only reason I know this is because my brother lives there. In Idaho, you can't access Pornhub.
You can't?
No.
So, but they're also talking about not only making illegal, but like penalizing and or arresting or something people who use it and or involved in making it.
Wow.
As of September 2025, Michigan and Oklahoma are actively pursuing legislation to impose a statewide ban on pornography. These bills, if passed, would be far more restricted than the age verification laws that many states, including Texas, have implemented. Such broad legislation is expected to face First Amendment challenges.
Yeah. There's a lot of First Amendment challenges going on currently. Yeah. That's a weird thing about our country, right? Like we're supposed to have a lot of freedoms, but then there's also a lot of things that are kind of like a gray area where you're like, what do you do? I don't know.
You side with freedom.
Yeah, it's a line. It's that line you were trying to find that you couldn't find before.
Yeah, right. No, there you go. The balance.
That squiggly line.
That squiggly line. It is quite the squiggly line.
I'm very hesitant to outlaw things. I feel like it should just come down to like teaching kids, but it's not going to work. Like, I don't think you can fight it. With my kids, I guess like I haven't thought about it super deeply, but what I would want to do is just like make it as hard as possible. Like, I don't want my kids to have like Instagram or any of that shit.
Until what age?
30.
That's a funny joke, but what age?
I probably can't control it past 15.
You can't, man. You have to be able to have
you can though, because you don't buy them a phone.
Sure.
Yeah, but you can buy them. You're going to buy them a computer.
You could also put apps, you could put blocks on those computers so they can't access it.
Kids
but then
are
at that
smart.
point, it's like,
Yeah.
if you're blocking something that much, then it makes them want it, right?
And it makes you resent you
It makes-
because you're stopping them from having it.
Maybe, unless you don't, like, I guess it depends on how they're exposed to it, right? Like if you just block it and you never let them have it, and they don't really have the experience of experiencing it, then maybe they just don't ever want it, right? I mean, what is it? I think it's like, it was like 89% of Gen Z, when asked if they like social media, like said that they think it's has a negative impact on their
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, the whole line from all young people right now is, if it didn't exist, I'd be happier, but I have to use it because everybody
else has it, right?
Yeah.
But like if your parents are preventing you from doing it, then it's like,
then you hate your parents.
Is it a
Then you
wash
hate your
though?
parents.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah, you do.
Or-
Instead of
that's what
hating
they
the
say.
social network,
Do you actually hate your
parents?
parents, or do you just use that as an excuse to your friends of like why you can't use it, right? Like you could use that as a way of being like, oh fuck, yeah, it sucks. My parents are not letting me use it.
No,
Whatever.
because they hate being on it, but if they're not on it and everyone else is on it, they feel like they're missing out.
I wonder if social media is just gonna like go to shit by the time our kids are older. I mean, for reference for the listeners, I mean my oldest is 6 and yours is 10.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, going to be 10 in like a week.
Yeah,
So
and yours is young. You 4.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in our control.
I mean, especially if they have devices for school, right? Like, how are you going to avoid it?
Yeah, I mean, the school,
Dying.
the school, the iPads in the school, like those are restricted as well. Like the tablets within our house are heavily parental controlled, right? But they'll eventually, like they say, life will find a way. The kids will find a way to get into these things.
They will outsmart you.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's more important to be proactive in having those conversations about what's out there, the downsides of what's out there, talk about how current generations, how they feel about it, so that they go into it understanding like, oh, there's a lot to this thing that I want to go and do.
I will say, my mom did scare me off alcohol and cigarettes.
My mom did too, but I thought she was going to beat me.
My dad did too, but he just did it.
So do we need to bring
by
back
example.
corporal punishment? Is that what we're saying?
No, my mom just, she's like, ruins your health. Bad kids did it. Bad things happened to them. They all fell off bridges.
Yeah, I mean, I try and do that. The problem is I think I scare my kid about too much shit. So now he's just like...
He's like, Dad's just freaking out.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like if you warn them, I don't know. I mean, you can warn them at an early age or whatever. I feel like they're going to be exposed to it and become addicted to it before they can comprehend the negativity of it, the negative outcomes from it.
I get it. Okay. To be fair, I willingly addicted myself to Substack because I thought it would be good for my career. Right. Classic American.
That's what we use as an excuse though.
No, I legitimately did, because it's like I can promote my writing there.
Okay.
But then I go on there and argue with people about politics.
Right. Okay. As you do. I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, I know that I'm addicted to a lot of these, social media things, and I still use them. Even just like I said, just my phone in general, right? Like I can't fucking sit down at breakfast without looking at the news or listening to a YouTube video or whatever. And it's like, I know that I'm addicted to my phone at this point. I have friends that are pretty good at trying to separate themselves from it now, but they did it like years ago. I feel like it's gotten even worse.
So I recently, in anticipation of my move, we had my phone plan was going to renew, and I opted for a low data plan, which turned out to be terrible because I used like all my data within like 7 days. And now I just like I can't access the internet.
I mean, that's the way to do it.
But here's the thing. Now in my car, I like reach for my phone. I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do there. And I just put it back down. So any time I'm away from Wi-Fi now, I just can't use my phone except for texting, because I still have like messaging.
Yeah.
See, the problem with that is then if there's some type of emergency or you really need to
I can still call
you're
people.
just kind of janked. Yeah.
I just can't Google CPR.
Yeah. You just can't watch Pornhub on your drive home.
That's a new one.
That's a dangerous choice. But it
That's
does
not my
explain.
jam.
It does explain some of my fellow travelers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know some friends who've done that. I'm not going to say their names on the podcast starting with an M. I know you're listening.
Wow. Can we just guess their name now?
No.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk about the M word today.
Yeah. Hey, I don't have a drive, so it's definitely not me who I'm talking about.
That's true. You just have a quiet,
Yeah.
dark room.
Hey, this is
With a great sound system.
yeah. This is a what's the word I'm looking for? This is a holy space, guys.
No, I was just going back to the, limiting apps and stuff, right? Like we've talked about before on the podcast, how I like set up timers on my application. So I'm not using things for more than, I'm still, and I feel like I should probably limit it more than an hour, right? Like an hour is still too much. And so lately I have been doing that where I'll pause the app and right. So it goes gray. I can't if I can still open it, but you have to click on it. It's like, do you want to unpause this app? And like that step kind of breaks the,
I've done that and it doesn't, after a while, it doesn't do it to me.
it's still holding up for me. It's still like, yeah, I don't need to go through that. Right. Because like, I don't know about you guys. I'm sure you've experienced this before where it's like, all right, I'm gonna stop doom scrolling. And then it's like 2 minutes later, back to doom scrolling. Right.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a habit. It's just like, I got nothing else to do.
Well, what was it? I feel like I read something somewhere where you pull out your phone out of your pocket, like it's some crazy amount of like hundreds of times a day. And you actually aren't even looking at anything, right?
Yeah.
Like on your phone, you're not like, you think, oh, I'm going to check the time, but you pull your phone out and you don't even actually look at the time. You just pull it out. Oh, I'm going to put this away. And then you do it.
What time was it again? Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah, exactly. Like 2 seconds later,
Yeah.
One of the things I've noticed is I will close Substack and check my email, right? Like habitually. So I take the phone out for the purpose of checking Substack because I might have a notification, but then I close it and check my email. I have never received an email I wanted to receive.
It's just a bunch of junk mail, right?
You know what's unfortunate is this is why I am stuck on it. The times that I've managed to put my phone on the other side of the room and I've missed an email, they're important emails.
Yeah. You need to be able to set some sort of like alert system where it's like, this is an email from an important person. This is garbage. And it only dings when it's really important.
Yeah, but some of those emails that have come in were emails that I was not expecting from
like cold
people,
calls.
like random companies or whatever. I'm in a weird situation, I guess, in that case where it's like, we've talked about this before, but I feel like, and this is probably pretty common in the United States also, people who own their own business are maybe in a little bit of a different boat than somebody who works for a company.
Well, you should have a work email and a personal email. Turn the
all of my emails are work emails. I don't have any personal emails.
It's
like junk or work.
How many email addresses do you guys have?
Well, it depends on several. I have one for the podcast. I have one for work. I have one for spam. So 3 that I actually use.
4 that I actively use.
Yeah, I mean, I have my work email, which is like it only goes to my
shit,
work.
I forgot about work email. Shit,
computer.
That's 5.
Yeah, I've got like one main personal email that I use for pretty much everything.
I have one that is like, it's 2 emails, but it just goes to the same place.
It's high tech.
I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, I started off as like, all right, well, I got my old kid email address.
Yeah.
And then I've got, like it's almost like the ages that we were talking about last podcast, right? Like the different stages of your life. I've got different email addresses for that.
It's like Diaper Dog 77.
But I've definitely tried to keep like, all right, I'm going to sign up for everything, and I know spam is going to go here, but I feel like it all creeps in. It doesn't matter.
It really
like,
does.
Somehow.
I mean, that in itself is its own fucking thing, right? Like I'm the guy with like the 4,000 unread emails or whatever. I'm like, fuck, I got to go delete.
That's one of my inboxes because that's my spam inbox. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care. If I need something, I'll search for it.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten so overwhelmed because it's just been like years of whatever, of like me trying to break away from like looking at my shit all the time where it's just built up. And it's just so overwhelming now to where I'm like, I like text messages or emails or whatever. I'm like, I can't do anything about this now. It's too much.
It is too much sometimes.
You know what I loved seeing? I just watched this video of Mark Zuckerberg presenting his glasses, like the Ray-Ban glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're like supposed to talk to them and he's like trying to like he has some guy trying to talk to the glasses, and they're supposed to like give him directions on the menu for the food that he's making, but then it's like not working, and then he blames it on the Wi-Fi. He like tries it like 5 or 6 times like during this whole presentation. So he's like, oh, the Wi-Fi is having an issue. And then so they try this other piece of tech, and like he gets some glasses, then he tries whatever, and then it's not working, and it like doesn't work at all for the entire presentation. And I'm like, I fucking love that. I'm so glad that didn't work.
It's like the Tesla like Windows being smashed.
Forget about window smashing. How about self-driving? That thing is fake.
The self-driving stuff? I mean, there's people that use the self-driving on the regular Teslas all the time.
Fucking shouldn't.
They do.
You shouldn't.
Yeah. Without the LiDAR, it's kind of he's relying fully on vision systems,
Yeah.
which I mean, what happens if you go through like rain or you get some dirt on your car and like it's hard to see through my windshield on a good day sometimes.
But is a computer going to see better than a human?
Not
No.
if there's a giant clunk of dirt.
So like Ben Jordan, the guy I was talking about the other time, he did an experiment where he like put a child-sized dummy in front of a Tesla, and the Tesla ran over it like 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I'm hoping.
Got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. Buddy.
I mean, that's their mentality, really.
But extra people.
Yeah. I think I'm hoping that technology, like they just keep trying to pump out all this stuff, but I hope it just gets like, I hope they
hope it dies.
I hope they just lose track of what they originally were trying to do. You know, like I feel like the Zuckerbergs and the Musks and the whatever of this world are so out of touch with just like the common people now that I feel like I hope they just fucking crash and burn with all their ideas now, and it just goes away. I feel like the world would be a better place if we just lost all that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But then we'd be addicted to something else. So that's just what humans do.
Yeah, just bananas.
Banana drugs. I mean, you know, the age old.
We're going back to the 70s, people.
Watching a travel show 2 nights ago. That's the guy from American Pie, the dad that has like the big bushy eyebrows.
Oh yeah, he's also in Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, he's in.
I don't know his name.
That actor,
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy.
Yeah, good job.
Hey, good job. He's got like a travel show on Apple, right? So I watched the first episode. He goes to Norway, just in the middle of fucking nowhere in Norway, where you can see the Northern Lights.
Can't spell Norway without Norway.
Apparently, Norway's known for having like the happiest people, and they're talking about how,
Iceland.
If they had to sum up their, what's important in their life, it was like family, animals was one of them. I think it was just like very simple. Like they're just very like, hey, but you know what? They're fucking alcoholics, right? Like,
because
there's nothing else to fucking do.
Yeah,
it's just drink. Here's your vodka. We're gonna do 6 shots of vodka.
But you know what? We're Americans. We have a bunch of shit to do, and we're all still fucking alcoholics.
Cheers to that.
As we're drinking beer while we.
Yeah.
For those of you just listening.
But they do seem happy having that simple life. So take us back.
Alcoholic.
Take it back to the simple times. This having to go out every day and farm your own food and kill your own reindeer for meat.
I mean, this is another thing we talked about with my nanny was like, I was like, oh, well, maybe, some people might consider me an alcoholic or whatever. Like, I actually don't even, in my opinion, don't drink that much, especially compared to other people that I know. Yes, we drink on the podcast or whatever, just because we're hanging out. But like, depending on where you're at in the world, alcoholism is defined in like different categories, right? In the UK, it's different than it is here. Some places it's like if you have more than 2 beers a day or something like that. Some of it's if you have more than 5 beers ever or like 5 drinks ever in one sitting.
It's a low bar.
Right? Like you can have one day a year where you drink more than 5 drinks and you're an alcoholic.
I'm an alcoholic.
Right? So I mean, I don't have more than 5 drinks ever anymore. Maybe in my 20s.
I'm not an alcoholic.
I know. Jamie's had 4.
Can't stand this shit.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, hanging out and chatting, whatever, it's fine to have a couple for me. But like everybody's definition of that, this is where it's weird, right? Like it's like, I feel like certain drugs, it's like, well, you do that one time,
Shark eyes.
people look at you like a drug addict, right?
Yeah.
Alcohol, it's obviously a little more acceptable than like meth. Right?
Slightly.
So, yeah. Or,
Slightly.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so, but it's still can fuck people up pretty bad, right? Like it's and then
you got we talked about coffee. It's more acceptable than
coffee,
alcohol,
right? And then there's technology where it's like absolutely acceptable, and everybody knows we're fucking addicted to it. Yet we all are on it,
because technology makes money,
and beer doesn't.
and beer makes money, and coffee makes money.
Right, but they're not as acceptable, right? Like you can go and get hammered and you're going to go to jail, right? Like if you're in the wrong,
Only if you drive.
you're on the wrong place, you're in public if you cause too much of a ruckus.
It's only if you're holding the beer.
No.
You can also get a ticket for being on your phone while driving.
It's true.
Sure, but
they
you
don't
can't
enforce
you
anything.
can't get a ticket from like walking in Times Square and not looking up from your phone. Bumping into people.
I was in Singapore. There was a like a campaign of like signage on the walls, on the floor. It was like no more smartphone zombies. Like look up from your phone. Like you walk in and you just see this big old sign.
But you wouldn't see the sign because you'd have the phone in front of your face.
Yeah.
You know when it was really bad? I remember when the Pokemon Go started up.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I lived in Huntington Beach, and it was literally like fucking phone zombies everywhere.
Yeah.
You still see them every once in a while. You're
Yeah,
like,
once in
there's
a
a
while.
group of people. What must be Pokemon Go.
When I lived in Huntington, there's that pier out there with like rubies at the end of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember when Pokemon like first came out and they were having like some, I don't know, one of the big like Pokemon days or whatever. And me and my friend, we were playing a little bit at the time. We weren't like super into it, but we were playing. We're like, oh, let's go out to this pier thing. They're doing some whatever. And the whole pier is just full of fucking Pokemon Go players. And they're all just staring down at the phone. Nobody's looking up. Nobody's talking to each other. And
Well, dude, that pier was swarmed with Pokemon.
I know.
It's usually just one big one that you're after, I
Yeah.
guess. But
You know what I said though? Like this is the one situation where I feel like the whole like glasses, like the virtual glasses would come in handy because I'm like, they did it all wrong. They should have had glasses where you're wearing like the Ray-Bans or whatever, and you can like see these
augmented.
Pokemon, an augmented reality thing. And like you're just walking around. You could like have an actual Pokeball that you hold and that interacts, with whatever.
People are gonna be throwing that shit accidentally.
You don't actually throw it.
It's gonna
Strap
land in the
it.
ocean.
Do like a Wii. You got to do it to like a Wii.
I'll be fine with just a motion of your hand, like
a motion of your hand. But if you're smart and you're trying to sell shit, right? Like you need the device. It's like when you go to Universal Studios and you can't
around a giant fucking ball, bro.
Oh, they are.
It's not going to be giant. They would.
They are.
Yeah. They would. You can have. It could be the little version.
I'd carry that.
Yeah. Before it expands, give me the little
Yeah.
inch and a half.
Yeah.
Just so I can put it down here and make it look like I still have two
The
testicles.
little inch and a half before it expands.
How have we never talked about the miraculous technology apparent in Pokemon? They're so far ahead of us.
Yeah.
We can't.
Are they though?
We don't have that.
You know what? You know what Pokemon is?
Size-
Nobody ever thinks about.
What?
It's literally just cockfighting,
Hey, this is a kids show.
which is illegal. And I'm talking
It's very
about. I'm
true.
talking about the chickens, people, dirty minders.
Dirty minders.
Except instead of just going and getting a chicken, you got to go beat the crap out of the chicken
Right.
just before it dies. Then you capture it, and
Right.
take it
Which
to the
is
hospital.
cockfighting.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Before you get your money, you got to kill that other one.
Oh, look,
Almost.
chicken involved. Now it's
Yeah.
got razor sharp claws.
Yes. It's pretty fucked up if you think about it.
No, because they're never fully injured.
They are though.
They just get swirly eyes.
Yeah.
They just faint.
Yeah. Well, it's trying to portray that they're pretty fucked up without it actually showing them being pretty fucked up, right?
Well, I mean, this is, compared to Mortal Kombat,
Sure. Yeah.
ripping out spinal cords.
Yeah. We should have Mortal Kombat AR. Not AR. What's it
Yeah.
called? Yeah. Augmented reality.
That's just people punching each other.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I never got into. I mean, I played it, but I never liked it.
Tom and Chad, you fight.
Yeah.
But we're gonna watch
That's called MMA.
We're gonna watch you throw our Ray-Bans.
That's called what's going to happen on the White House lawn in November or
Oh,
whatever the
boy.
fuck they're talking about.
The
All right.
250th anniversary.
Back to addiction.
Good call, Daniel.
Let's shift it into what I usually like to talk about, the future. What's
Sweet,
the
sweet
next
future.
what's the next thing we're going to get addicted to? And I think I'll start off with
Pornography.
AI chatbots like her.
Pornography.
Like AI porn.
Yeah.
Now what's more humane? AI porn
know.
or regular porn?
Well, dude, so I saw this is actually this is going to be a mind fuck. Actually, I'm glad you brought this up because it reminded me of what I was thinking about. I watched a video today of this dude.
Is this an adult video?
No, well, I mean, it could eventually be, but it's this dude sitting there, right, in his studio, whatever, his like a podcast. I don't know what the fuck he is, but he's sitting there. His computer's behind him. He's got his gear behind him, and he's making these motions, moving his head around, moving his eyes around, moving his hand around. But then also, like in another screen, there's this super hot blonde chick,
Doing
like
the
a
same motions.
Twitch streamer, doing
Yeah.
the same motion. So it's him.
Yeah.
But like AI has turned him into this like.
Let's turn the studio into a
Yeah, I know.
moneymaker.
Well, and that's what people are saying, right? Like they're, oh, finally guys are going to make money on Twitch and OnlyFans or whatever. And
Wait, but what? I mean, if AI can just generate the people, why do you need to do the motion capture?
yeah, I mean, I don't know, like maybe,
It's easier than doing the prompts.
well, okay. So for example, like we're getting into like pervy, weird, kind of gross territory, right?
Yeah,
Like
you brought it here.
there's people that go on to like chats because they want to like fucking wank to somebody online, right? So if there's some 6-year-old dude that goes on and they're like want to look for some hot blonde chick and they're going to pay an OnlyFans account or whatever the fuck the website is. And they're talking to this girl and they think it's a girl and, you know, sending them, I don't know. I've actually never been on the site, so I don't know how it works, but they're sending them whatever the money is. And you're actually a dude, but you've disguised yourself as this hot streamer blonde girl and you've deceived Daniel over here.
False advertising.
You know, I mean, it's creepy as fuck. I mean, the whole, it's creepy as fuck even without that.
Yeah.
But that's even creepier, right? Like you're live catfishing,
Good on you, mate.
I guess.
I mean, if it convinces the viewer, oh, I mean, to your point, right? I've never bought into any of those things. I don't feel
So
bad.
if you-
I don't
if
feel
you
bad if you get duped by some AI dude playing as a chick.
What if you found out that your wife was not a girl?
What?
I would be real upset if my wife wasn't. Am I in a simulation? Am I
No,
being
no, this
AI'd in
exactly.
a
No,
simulation?
seriously. Take it to that. Like let's go super crazy.
So
fucking
you're
sci-fi.
catfishing.
No,
like-
let's say we're in a simulation.
Okay.
Let's say we're in a simulation.
Oh,
You
wow.
don't know you're in a simulation right
I
now.
don't know.
right?
I'm in a simulation. Well, I mean,
And
And
maybe I
you've
do.
been with your wife all these years, and like you're actually banging your wife, right? She's there physically, you're there physically, or whatever. But what you're seeing is a simulation. And then one day you wake up and you realize you're in a video game and you're banging some dude that disguised himself as your wife.
But does he love you?
Well, yes.
It's okay.
Is it though?
This is
I mean, like I know we're getting into a weird territory because of like the landscape of today and how people feel about
I
you know.
don't think there's a
some
reason.
genders
jokes that
and
I
whatever.
I can't say because my wife might watch this. But like,
Just say it. She doesn't care.
no. Can't do
No,
that.
you got to go, Daniel. Just come on. Completely open.
Let's just say I don't believe that it's a dude. All right.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You fucking if I saw the video that I saw today and I didn't see the guy doing the motions, I would have never in a million years guessed that it was a guy.
Crazy, right?
So
Telling you.
he's fine with it.
We can make some money. I'm just kidding.
No,
Not
well,
kidding.
yeah,
Kinda
for real.
kidding, but,
But
like-
this is what the problem is. It's
Oh,
money.
Freshly said chicks. It's the same podcast, but we're all hot.
Dude, we should do that as an episode.
That's the problem. You just said it. The
It's all
problem
about the money.
is money. The problem is always money.
No, the problem is lack of money. I have lack of money.
The problem is lack of money for you, but the people who are presenting these technologies that are fucking duping you
Yeah.
and addicting you, it's all about the money. And nothing else matters.
We could be getting a cut if we were all hot girls.
Would you?
Would I what? Get a cut?
If you were in the position
Hang on, let me unbutton some buttons.
No, if you were in the position
Yeah.
to make a bunch of money, but you knew you were going to be making a bunch of other people's lives substantially worse, would you take
hang on a
that?
second. Let's pause. Are you really making somebody's life substantially worse
I feel
by
like you're improving their life.
providing them some visual entertainment?
No one wants to look
Well,
at
what
us.
if they become addicted to it? So, okay, this is one thing I didn't mention about like phones and technology, right? Like I realize I'm addicted to this shit and I'll be on whatever constantly all the time. And sometimes I'll like physically feel sick because I'm like, I'll get this low-lying anxiety and I'll feel uncomfortable and I'll feel like queasy to my stomach or whatever because of the anxiety. I don't feel good. Maybe it'll make me angry at my wife or my kids or whatever because of, you know, it started with me, this addiction thing that like eventually drained me throughout the
Yeah.
day.
Okay.
So
Counter argument. Haven't dads always just been assholes?
dads are usually the ones that are addicted to shit.
Son, I'm reading the fucking newspaper. You need to get the
Exactly.
fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Right? I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on the back porch.
Yep, I'm going
I
to
might
strip
not come
clubs.
back.
I'm gonna go watch football.
Yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just carrying on an honor tradition.
Are you guys? Because I feel like I'm doing a different routine.
You're a good dad.
Wait, you're watching ballet and you're reading.
No, I'm going disc golfing.
Oh,
I'm taking with them. Man. If they want to go, my kids are always welcome. They just never want to go.
Exactly as planned.
It's kind of peaceful, man.
Picked a sport the kids were not like.
Yeah. They
Like,
can't do.
The kids would like
yeah.
soccer, so I definitely can't do soccer.
Yeah, you would have taken up mini golf if you really wanted to hang out with you.
I mean, I'm down to go some mini golf. It just costs money.
Yeah, it does.
No, but I meant by that is just like I feel like I'm spending a lot of time with my kids compared to
Like maybe too much time.
I mean, yes,
almost, man, almost.
maybe. I'm spending time with my kids too, but that doesn't take away from the fact that like the time that I'm spending with my kids might be slightly sabotaged by shit that's happening throughout the day before I get a chance to even be with
That's
my
true.
kids.
No,
Yeah.
there's no doubt about that.
You know,
Yeah. I try to like leave my phone in the car when I can. It helps.
you guys are doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe
You just
Aaron's.
pause
Maybe
and
I'm the
relax.
only one addicted.
No, I'm addicted. I was arguing with people at work.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and I'm addicted to my phone.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and I'm addicted to catfishing people by pretending I'm a blonde hot chick.
Hey,
That's-
hey, not yet.
For people who are only listening, that was Aaron.
No, wait, nobody answered the question.
What was the question?
If you're in a position where you can make a bunch of money,
Oh, we found fault with your premise because Daniel said, and I'm joining myself with Daniel. He said, "Are you making people's lives worse?"
I mean, if they're addicted, say it's porn, right? And say these people are actively addicted to it. They're spending a bunch of money on your fucking
Fake boobs. Yeah.
Twitch stream, whatever, right?
Look, I got a mortgage.
They're spending their fucking
I
life
aspire to
savings,
have a mortgage.
right? Like there's definitely maybe there's a couple guys that are just janking it, once every other month or something like that, and whatever. And
They're like, "Oh yeah, Daniel, I know it's
Yeah.
a bad thing."
whatever. But then there's gonna be the people that are there like literally throwing away their life savings on.
If
All
you
right,
feel
all right.
that bad about it, just put in a spending cap. Look, you've had too much. I'm cutting you off.
I wonder if that's a thing.
I like the question.
Yeah.
I mean, and I always like to try to take things to extremes, right? So on one hand, it's like, all right, you're making AI boobs to sell to an audience, right? I mean, people make movies to sell to an audience for entertainment.
I mean, that's
Right.
also another.
And then on the other extreme, right, people sell heroin to people to get high, right? Like I would definitely feel bad selling heroin to somebody. I don't think I'd feel too bad selling a movie to somebody. And I feel like selling fake AI boobs falls somewhere like
It's like near movies.
left of the balance. I don't feel too bad because I'm not really hurting you physically, but I mean, maybe.
So you're the yin and yang squiggly line,
Like,
between
I'm just
movies
trying to find equality
and heroin.
Yeah, heroin's worse than boobs.
It depends on who you are, right? Like there's people who are sex addicts and they're not heroin addicts, and it causes an issue.
Well, those people need to get their shit together.
Well,
All right, how
Maybe-
about this? How
yeah.
about this? At the end of every video, we just turn the AI filter off for like half a second.
Just to freak everybody
I was
out.
just like, wait a second, was that dude? I gotta watch it again just to be sure.
that's even more. Then you're gonna kill people. They're gonna be like, what the fuck did I just do?
It's just like midway. Oh,
Yeah, that's what they. Yeah, that's the.
What's crazy is it's a 3-hour video. I was almost there.
You know what? I think I found my answer. I think that's what I would do.
I don't know, man.
All right, so new business model.
Yeah.
Sexy podcasting.
That's gonna be a thing.
I mean, it's already a thing. The Hawk
For a
2 go,
thumbnail,
right?
bro. For
A
a
what?
thumbnail, you got to put one of us as like trans.
I mean, that's gonna stir a lot of controversy.
Yeah. Well, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Today. I don't know.
No,
We lost Jimmy Kimmel for a minute there.
Yeah, and he came right back. He's smiling.
Is he though? I watched this whole thing on where he was like pretty pissed.
Yeah, he fake cried. Whatever.
Did he cry?
He cried.
I didn't see that.
He choked up.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I
About
didn't
what?
watch it.
Oh, he's like, I didn't mean to make light of a serious situation.
They spanked me. We're living in a weird world, man.
We're veering dangerously close to politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Speaking of addictions, I'm addicted to politics.
Yeah.
Politics is my reality TV now.
Ooh, that's a good point, man. I cannot stop fucking binging.
You know why?
Doom and gloom.
You know
about
why?
America.
You know why?
It's because the algorithm wants me to.
No. That's why Donald Trump is currently president, because people are addicted to his fucking drama. It's like the people who get into relationships and they're like,
she's crazy,
but I gotta have it.
There's something about her.
And that's on both sides, right? Like people on
he
the
hits
left.
me, but only if I mouth off.
And Dale's officially canceled.
Like people on the left are addicted because they want to see like the world's ending. Oh my God. Like, and it's like watching a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
They want to feel that feeling. It's like, oh, what's going to happen? And the people on the right, it's like, I don't know it would be like.
Well, they're like winning.
Huh?
They're like winning.
Yeah. What genre would it be?
Owning the libs.
It's like they're watching a fucking action movie. I don't know. They're watching a Hallmark love story.
Yeah, it's like a James Bond movie, and like liberals are the bad guys.
Yeah, we're the Germans
Just
in
getting shot
the
in the
fucking
head.
Die Hard movies. I'm not even a liberal. Why did I say we're? I don't know. I don't even know what I am.
A
schmibral.
I feel like we all kind of.
You're a
lean
dirty lib.
left.
I have guns.
Yeah.
I'm all for safe borders.
You're like a
but,
spicy
like,
liberal.
Yeah. I'm like regular middle from the 90s.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Right, at least try to think so.
Or left from the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, not regular middle. Anyways, out of the politics. Out of the weeds. So what can we do about what would we do about technology addiction? One, for adults, and two, for children.
Okay, if I didn't have, oh man, okay, my long-term goal is to end up with a dumb phone.
Yeah.
So the problem is, I like YouTube.
Yeah.
I like podcasts. I don't feel like those are entirely detrimental, and they literally help me keep my sanity doing like boring tasks.
I agree.
So dumb phone is hard. But maybe you load it up, like you get like an MP3 player. You load it up with the day's Breaking Points episodes,
Freshly said episodes.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I'm sorry.
But yeah, also, if you're listening to a 2-hour Freshly Said episode, fucking break that shit up.
Yeah.
Go outside, take a walk with your dog.
Yeah, shame on you.
Yeah, man, you don't need to listen to this whole episode right now. Get it again later.
If you want to, though, you can.
No, we're not making any money. You go do what the fuck you want. You don't need to listen to us for that long.
Yeah, what's the threshold for making money?
I don't know, but I'm not worried about it. Jeremy's leaving.
No, I'm still here in spirit.
You are. You'll also be here in Japan too. So
Yeah.
we're going to keep going.
Oh, man, I can't wait to talk about ghosts.
Oh, wait. Is that next time?
Wait.
That would be
Wait,
next
come
time.
on. What do you got?
What have I got about? Oh, so I want to get a dumb phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. God, the problem is business brings you back.
That's the problem. But the crazy thing is, it's like when people get freaked out about, oh, my kid needs a phone. My 12-year-old needs a phone. I didn't have a fucking phone at 12 years old and I was just fine. Why does a 12-year-old need a phone? Why do is there a way that we can continue doing business? So I was talking, there's a guy, I have a couple people. So for those of you listening, if you haven't listened to other episodes, I am a working like composer, musician, whatever. I have some publishers that I work with, and there's a couple of them that literally only communicate through Facebook. And one of them I was talking to, where I was like, yo, I'm going to send you my phone number just in case, whatever, like, cause like at some point I feel like I want to get rid of Facebook. And he was like, yeah, I remember one day when like Facebook was down and I couldn't contact like any of the roster Publishing group.
Like, of all the
I know.
platforms to stake your entire career on,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah. And these are like multi-million-dollar companies, right? That I'm working for.
You know what it is? They're probably like 45.
They're younger than that.
Really? Fuck.
Yeah.
I just don't know them.
I think the dude I'm working for is younger than me. Yeah.
Wow.
That makes me mad. I mean, one of my like fantasies about moving is like somehow I'll be able to like disengage from technology. I'm sure it won't happen, but I fantasize about it.
That's the problem. It's a fantasy. And I honestly don't know what the answer is. I do think there is something to be said about, and I've said this before, trying to just like really forcing yourself to take the time to like sit away from things for, even if it's like 10 minutes a day, like start that as a habit, you know, and like your phone, like maybe people who work for a company and they're in a cubicle, maybe it doesn't matter as much because they're watching over you, you know, but like with me, you know, I don't have anybody watching over me. So it's like, I got to maybe put the phone on the other side of the room.
I think you need a box.
A box, like a lockbox or
lock
something.
box.
But well, the problem, and this is a big thing too, is a lot of people are working on their computer these days.
Yeah.
You know, so everything's right there.
So we all get menial jobs.
We all have to be out and digging ditches and repairing pipes. That will be good. Even then though, dude, like we have these big palm trees in our neighborhood, and this is crazy because like this could be super unsafe, right? Like there's people directing traffic and there's guys like climbing up these giant palm trees and they have like these lifts out there and I see the guys that are supposed to be kind of like monitoring and watching and they're just out there scrolling on their phone. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Just
you guys aren't you the safety guys?
He's just earning a wage, man.
I don't.
He's monitoring the drone footage.
Yeah.
No.
So it's not just me, you know,
Yeah.
it's not just people at a
everybody.
desk job. It's everybody. Daniel, what do we do?
First, admit you have a problem, right? And follow the other 11 steps.
Are there 11 now?
12 steps.
It's always been a 12-step program, right? I mean, I was about to look it up because I have no idea what the steps are. One of them has to deal with like
Forgiveness.
giving yourself up to a higher being.
Oh,
It's
I've
kind
got
of
to
where it
find
loses
God.
me, but
Yeah.
I'll say the things that I'm working on. So I talked to you guys off the podcast before about that Hank Green app that came out, like where you have a little bean and you can decorate a room for like, basically you set a timer. It's like, all right, I'm gonna take a break from my phone for 60 minutes. Right. And then this little bean gets to knitting. He's like, I'm going to knit some socks. Right. And if you interrupt him, he gets really sad. And it makes me sad too if I got to interrupt the bean. Right. But I can't use my phone until that bean's done and knit socks for the 60 minutes. Right. So, and you get the dopamine hit because after he's done, you can use it to like modify his little room. But I've been trying to take more and more breaks. Like, all right, the bean's fucking knitting. I'm gonna go take the dogs for a walk. You know, I'm gonna go clean up the house or just, you know.
So just put a little Tamagotchi on your phone.
Yeah.
That's you're going to disappoint if you touch it.
Yeah, basically.
It's the opposite of a Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi, you need to be there maintaining him all the time.
Interact with me more.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Tamagotchis. I got my daughter a Tamagotchi one time in Target. She's like, oh, that sounds fun. Lasted about like 10 minutes. She's like, this thing is annoying.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's only fun
child
when everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
When everybody's got a Tamagotchi.
See, so that's the thing.
Humans are herd animals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
lemmings.
need to have it be a movement from somebody popular.
Jonathan Haidt.
Wait, who's that?
Haidt?
I don't know who's
Jonathan
that. I know that name.
I don't know
He's a writer. He writes about
He's got to be more popular than him.
I don't know. Maybe it's got to be some type of movie or like
We Need the Rock.
musician or something, like somebody that just gets out there. Yeah.
Dwayne.
Dwayne, Mr. The Rock.
Mr. Rock.
If you're out there listening, I don't even know if he's the guy anymore.
Mr. The
Like, who's the guy? Like this, we've talked about this before. I feel like celebrities are losing their aura,
Star power.
their star power.
We just need Mr. Beast to come out and be like, I am giving
I
up
don't
my
even know
entire
if it's
fortune.
Mr. Beast anymore.
Give up your technologies.
Dude, if you saw The Rock
It's gotta
on the
be
street, you'd be freaking out.
Yeah, well, I'm in my almost 40, so yeah.
Your eyebrows would be
I
twitching
don't think
out of
I'd
control.
be freaking out, but I'd be like, hey,
I
that's
don't
The
think
Rock.
there's one person for every generation. Like,
Sure.
every generation.
I guess what I'm
has
trying to
their
say is
dad
it has
or
to be
gal.
it has to be some type of like it has to be like a trendy influence thing, and it has to be somebody who can enact that, right?
Who's the Okay, let's think. Who's the trendiest, influenciest person
right now?
Yeah,
This is what I'm saying. A lot of stars have. It's like star power is not. There's not the like Brad Pitt's.
Ryan Reynolds.
Not anymore. He's fallen off.
hey, don't talk about
Yeah, no,
Ryan
because like there's a
Reynolds.
whole thing with his wife where people are disappointed. She's fallen out of favor with Taylor Swift. There you go.
Ugh, she doesn't work for me.
But I think the younger generation maybe not anymore.
I
don't know.
think it'll come down to more of an event than a person.
An event. Like what kind of event?
False flag event?
Like the
Oh
no,
we need-
we're not going down that path.
We need aliens.
We're not going to maybe aliens.
Yeah.
Maybe
aliens are controlling us through our phones. Everyone get rid of your phone now.
I mean, yes. Freshly Said is saying aliens are controlling your phones.
or along those lines. Like, hey,
You are being controlled through
we
your
all
phones.
we everybody
Wait,
knows that we're being manipulated.
Okay, you know how downloads are kind of slow? So the AI, the ChatGPT is slowly downloading itself into your brain through your phone. You better get it away from you
Maybe.
before the download completes.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is.
Otherwise, we all become the Borg.
We are the Borg.
Dude, you know what pisses me off? So I went through my phone and I went through like each app, very specifically Meta owned ones and others, where I was like, no access to my camera, no
Yeah.
access to my microphone unless like I go back and give you permission, right? I went camping this past weekend and my
Oh,
wife's
this is about to get freaky, isn't it?
my wife's cousin is super into like birds, right? And there was this bird flying by. It was blue. And I was like, oh, is that like some like blue jay or whatever?
What is that, a bluebird?
That's a star jay and this and blah, 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 right? And then I was like, oh, okay,
It's
whatever.
actually a stellar J.
A stellar jay. That's what it was, a stellar jay. Good job. Look at you.
Wow.
And yeah. And so I came home 2 days later or a day later and I'm scrolling through fucking Facebook or whatever. And it's like, a new bird was found in blah, blah, blah. It's a mix between a stellar jay and a blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this popping up in my feed right now? You know, I like have all my shit to where it's not supposed to be listening to me. And it's very clearly listed. Like I'm not Googling birds on my fucking phone, you know?
Yeah.
Here's what it is. All
So
the other apps
They are
connected to
uploading into your
Facebook.
brain.
They're
Everything
sending
on my shit is like muted unless it's like,
pixels. You know what Pixel is? Facebook pixels. You can install them on any website. So Facebook has its claws well beyond the reaches of Facebook itself.
fuck those guys.
Yeah. Well,
Seriously.
the one guy.
No, fuck that whole company.
Yes.
So you're saying is Facebook should create a AI avatar and that you should fuck it?
Okay. We need to give Facebook some great business advice.
There was a wink there for those of you not watching. Yeah.
I mean, I think they're killing it with the metaverse. Just keep pouring money into that.
Yeah.
Just-
Pour all your money into the metaverse.
All the eggs.
Everything they're doing right now is flopping, which is great, and I love that.
It's very satisfying
Yeah.
to watch someone you hate who's also very successful and rich fail.
Yeah. Dude, I don't mind if they're successful and rich if they're not a bunch of fucking cunts. And
Well,
I'm
the
using
problem
the
is-
C word
yeah.
right now because I'm so angry about it.
You're not Australian.
No. Maybe.
Because if
I
you
don't
were,
know.
you could be mildly angry. If you could be not
You
angry at
just
all.
say it. Yeah. In the United States, you say cunts, and that's like a thing.
Mm.
But
I feel like we might be calming down about it. International community.
what?
I mean, we are exposed to Australian and,
Oh,
and
gotcha.
British.
Yeah. You got to say it with an accent, though, to make it sound less.
I'm not going to just say it. You're going to quote me out of context and then.
You know, it's one upcoming event that I hope doesn't fail.
The rapture?
Even though I feel like it's
I think
going to
that was
fail.
supposed to be
It did
today.
fail.
I mean, as far as we know,
Yeah. Or yesterday.
maybe
Yeah.
everyone in California was
Right
just.
now it is 10:21, so maybe it hasn't failed.
No,
Was it yesterday?
we
I
just
think
got
it was
left
yesterday.
behind
I don't know.
Oh, we did get left behind. Fuck. Oh, well. Yeah, so be it.
again.
Yeah. Again. Wait, what were you going to say, Daniel?
We've got the Artemis 2 going to the moon with a crew of 4 astronauts
Really?
next year, early next year, or at least it's slated. Who knows if it'll actually happen? Oh man, for some reason I feel like Artemis is somehow more janky than Apollo. Even
Of course
though
it
there's,
is. Shit's getting worse.
Yeah,
So you're concerned?
That they're.
I'm concerned we're about to lose some humans
men.
in space.
Why do you think it's jankier?
You know, that's just a gut.
Was it because the
It's just
people that
gut.
were working on it, they were looking at their phones the whole time when they were like doing
I think it's
Rocket
because
science?
it's so oversourced and outsourced, and Boeing makes one part of it, and
Don't just put
JLA
those
makes
Boeing
another
parts.
part of it. And
So the door's gonna fly off, is what you're saying.
I mean, you look at their.
I'm laughing, but it's not funny.
I'd like to see some more launches, other than the last time they sent astronauts to the ISS and couldn't take them home,
Yeah.
and now we're going to the moon. Like, get me to the ISS and back safely, and then let's go to the moon.
Are they having SpaceX involved in that at all?
No, SpaceX is not involved. This
Interesting.
is.
When is this supposed to happen?
I heard it was like February of next year.
We should have a
That's like soon.
Yeah,
we should have a
People.
watch party.
people to the moon, or
you're
not
not
to
gonna
land
be
on the moon, just to
I'll
like
be on Earth.
orbit the moon, orbit the moon and return, which would be like Apollo.
Oh, they're orbiting. Got it.
Yeah, like Apollo.
They're
10.
gonna look at the backside, see what the aliens are up to.
11, Apollo 11. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, fingers crossed everything goes well, because that's not a situation that I want something to go bad on.
Yeah, I want those kind of things where we're
It was my birthday year that shit exploded, right?
The Challenger.
1986? That was Challenger. Yeah.
damn O-ring.
Those O-rings.
I studied that in college, right? In engineering, you want to learn how to properly communicate data. And one of the things that they found out is that, like, the chart, they didn't really document some of the data sets that were failing, right? They just kind of showed all the passing things. And, like, it clearly shows if you start populating all of the cold environments that are failing, like, oh yeah, probably shouldn't have this working in a cold environment.
What's up with NASA not documenting and losing documentation of, things related to the moon?
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just
Sounds like a
Google it.
Wi-Fi thing.
just Google it.
I was trying to think of how to do a Hecklefish impression.
Don't. I don't want to hear it. Well, fellas, it's getting kind of late, but yeah.
Addicted to sleeping.
Yeah, I am
Oh,
addicted
man.
to sleep. Dude, that's something that's something you could be too addicted to as well.
Not me.
You sleep all day? Don't do that.
Sleep all night.
You can't sleep all day.
I don't sleep all day.
night.
don't
I
have
wish I
time
could
to
sleep all day. This is what I'm saying. People do.
I envy them.
Sleeping all day. I said my birthday's coming up in February, and my wife's like trying to figure, well, what do you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. Do you want to do a trip? Do you want to do a party? Whatever. And I was like, I want to sleep until 10 a.m. without having to deal with the
Holy
kids.
shit. You're gonna have to sleep in here.
Get a babysitter.
Put a lock on the door.
You
Yeah.
do have a lock on the door.
My bedroom
Would you actually
door.
make it to 10? Do you think?
No, I'd probably make it to like 8.
Yeah.
8.
You'd like
and
freak out and wake up at like 7.
Unless you like.
no, I might wake up, but like I can go back to sleep. The thing is, it depends on my dog, because sometimes she lays in like areas where it's like I wake up and I'm a pretzel and my whole fucking body hurts and I feel like I have arthritis everywhere.
Yeah.
And then some days she just lays perfectly where she's like right next to me, her head's on my pillow, and she's like the perfect little spoon, and she's like warm.
Sorry. Whoa. Let your dog's head go on your pillow.
Oh yeah. Yep. She's
Yeah.
for those of you dog lovers out there, you know what I'm talking about.
You get
she's
it.
she's a pit bull. She's like, it's especially if it's raining out. Oh my God, it's the most fucking comfortable. Even my wife, I had 2 dogs when I met my wife, and then we moved in together. One of them slept in the bed. He was littler. And she was like, his name was Wilson. She's like, Wilson will not be sleeping in the bed. And I was like, yeah, he will. And she's like, no. And I was like, you just wait. And literally like less than a month into us living together, she's just like, okay, Wilson. Like she was the one inviting him up into bed. And there's something just yes, I know it's maybe that's
I'm
why.
down with dogs in the bed. Just
Yeah. I
not
don't
the
get sick that
pillow.
often.
What
Oh,
are you worried about?
not
Huh?
the pillow.
Poopy butt?
not the pillow.
Just slobber.
My dog doesn't slobber on the pillow. You
Dog
got the weird
slobber is
dogs.
actually a healing
Dude,
chemical.
I have
What?
Yeah, dog slobber heals
Heals what?
wounds.
Is this a proven thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think they lick their feet when they get hurt?
I don't know. They taste good.
Yeah.
They smell like corn chips.
See?
I don't know.
People get addicted to dog slobber.
What?
Dog slobber.
Fucking with you.
Maybe,
No.
I mean, realistically, because then like you get addicted to a dog, you want to keep getting dogs, and
You want to get slobbered
you want
on?
to get slobbered on. I don't like dog slobber. I don't like the smell of dirty. You guys don't know because you guys don't have. Oh, you have dogs.
Yeah.
The corn chip feet or whatever. That's like a thing. You know that? This is a thing. Google it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like actually like a bacteria that can grow on their feet. And
Yeah,
they get
dogs'
like
feet actually smell exactly like Fritos.
yeah, like Fritos.
Yeah.
This is a thing.
Interesting.
Salty. Delicious.
This
I'm
is
gonna go
a
home
thing.
and smell my dog's feet. It's probably
Yeah.
gonna smell like
Dog feet.
Dog feet. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the off-brand Fritos. No, but anyways, like with the dog, it's like depends on
Corn
how
curls.
she's chilling in the bed, right? Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I gotta get out of bed because I feel like I'm like 90 years old, and then sometimes I'm like, oh man, this is the most comfortable fucking thing ever. Especially if you have a hangover or something.
Yeah.
You're just hanging out and she's just like taking care of you and cuddling you.
Yeah, my dog is a kid. You sit like just every time right exactly where my legs are supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it's like I gotta either spread them,
Yeah.
or I gotta curl into a funny S shape.
Yep.
I'm falling off the bed.
Yeah.
Or you could just kick the dog off.
You're not a real dog owner.
No.
Get out of here.
This is a cat man.
Yeah.
I will shove my dog out of the way.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's like 9 feet long.
my dog's also like 60 pounds. So yours is what, 5?
Yeah, about 15.
Yeah.
That's why you've got a cat.
Yeah. You have a rat.
We do have little rats. One little fat rat and one little raily skin rat.
Yeah. No, mine are sacks of bricks, both of them.
Yeah. I miss having a big dog.
Yeah. Well, on that note, guys, I think it's time to cuddle with my dog.
All right.
Everybody,
I guess I'll go home.
I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Get outside. Take a break. You're already to the end of this podcast, so it's too late now. But
Yeah. But if it's nighttime, you can go to bed.
yeah, go to bed.
Yeah.
Don't sit on the phone. Don't doom scroll. Just force yourself to take 10 minutes a day. Break away from that addiction.
Put it down. Look at the world around you.
Yeah. Don't get on that website that has boobies that are actually like Daniel's boobies. All right, guys, I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.
Night.